If you're in the mood for Cajun food, nothing screams Southern as much as crawfish. But crawfish prices have nearly tripled since 2020. Joining me this morning is Laney King, co-founder of the Crawfish App. Good morning, Laney. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, so I have to ask you, I say crawfish, but I think maybe sometimes I say crayfish. What's the correct pronunciation of this?
Definitely crawfish.
Definitely crawfish. Okay.
Yeah.
Putting that to rest right now. Good to know. Okay, so talk to us about how the summer drought that we all were impacted by was impactful to you in Louisiana, and especially the supply of crawfish.
Yeah, of course. So the summer drought really messed with our 2024 crawfish season. You know, to put things into perspective, normally around this time of year, crawfish are going to be anywhere between, $4.99 to $6.99 a pound for boiled crawfish. Today, this week in January, they're $13 a pound on average. So,
baby,
the drought has everything to do with this. Just like any other farming crop, a crawfish has a cycle. And at the end of the season, around June or July, there's still a lot of crawfish left over in the ponds. We call this our carryover crawfish crop. We rely on these carryover crawfish to reproduce and create the next season's crawfish. Well, the extreme heat combined with the complete lack of rain that we had this past summer pretty much killed off the majority of that carryover crawfish. And then on top of that, we didn't get a lot of rain in the fall either. And that's that rain in the fall signals to those crawfish, come out of the ground, release your young, swim around, eat, grow, and become our next season's crawfish crop. That didn't really happen until about December this year when we finally got some rain. It usually happens around October. So that 2-month delay is what's causing this late crawfish season this year and prices to be extremely high. The supply is just very, very, very low right now.
So definitely a season that we haven't seen in quite some time. We were looking at video of the crawfish there. Those crawfish are massive. They're huge.
Yeah, that's right. They can get pretty big. I mean, even this time of year, if you're eating crawfish that have carried over since last summer, you can find some that are a good size typically, but not right now. I mean, the farmers can hardly catch enough crawfish that will stay in the traps. They're just so small right now. And that's why we just have such a low supply. I mean, I spoke to one farmer. He normally catches about 200 to 300 sacks a week right now of crawfish, and he's catching 1 to 2 sacks. So that's a big problem.
And that's devastating for these people who rely on this for income. It's cyclical, it's impacting just about everything in that area. With that said, when can we expect crawfish season to start due to the supply shortage?
We are hopeful that this still will be a plentiful crawfish season. Like I said, it's just delayed. So if everyone can just be patient for a little bit longer, we're hoping kind of mid-February, early March for a good start.
Okay, so a few more weeks, not too far out. I want to go back to the Crawfish app. Of course, we said you were the co-founder of this app. Explain to us how this app tracks live and boiled crawfish prices for people who are interested in getting ready for the season.
Yeah, of course. So the Crawfish app is a free mobile app thanks to our sponsor, Tony Chachere's Seasoning. You can download it for free in any app store, and it's going to show you all the businesses in your area that sell crawfish and what their live and boiled crawfish prices are. So very similar to Gas Buddy that tracks gas, except of course we show you the lowest priced crawfish. And just like Gas Buddy, users can actually update prices anytime they change. We just switched to a user updated model this season. And then of course the businesses can update their own prices too.
That's really good to know. And this app is reflective of prices nationwide in different parts of the country?
That's right.
Awesome.
So we have just over 350 businesses listed in the greater Houston area. Total, we have almost 1,600 businesses on the app. Most of them, of course, along the Gulf South.
That's really
you know, we have
impressive.
maybe one guy in DC, someone in Los Angeles. It is nationwide.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Okay, I think you should come back in a month or two in the middle of crawfish season, and maybe we do a crawfish boil. We can talk about how that looks.
Oh gosh, yeah, we boil every weekend during the season, so we'd love to.
Okay,
Thank
a lot
you
of
so
fun. Laney King, thank you so much. Come back anytime.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.